So timestamps exist in case you want to skip forward to the races, but not really much to say here because there's not really any, well, free things I can do at the moment. And, you know, I realized also as I was sitting here and I accidentally go into the career events that I I actually have a Symboli Rudolf, so I was like, maybe I can mix it up and try with other girls, and that's not going to happen. So instead, there's going to be another gold chip video. But here's Symboli Rudolf in case you wanted to see. Yeah, nothing too surprising, although she does have swinging maestro. So, that's pretty funny to see. But anywho, can I use a different gold chip here? I don't think so, because well, how much better is this gold chip than the other one? I guess I can try it out. I'll try out 2 gold chips, if nothing else. One is the one that you saw in the special week legend race, and the other is going to be a stronger one, as you see here. And then, as you can see, I did an El Condor pasta that did not go as well. But just to show, just so you can see it, yeah, this is the old chip we're working with. This is the old one, and then we'll try the new one, race 2. And then if race 3, if we win twice in a row, then I guess I'll see what I actually do. But then again, I want to see how many star pieces I have. I guess I really should check in between, but if we're to act like we are trying to get as many star pieces as possible, and we don't have a lot of star pieces at the moment, then yeah, I should do my best. Also, we are going to parfait there. There's no way I'm going to survive with just with awful one. Although, to note that there are a lot of epithets. Epithets? Yeah, epithets. That's how I'm going to pronounce it. That you can get by doing things that you wouldn't expect your girl to be able to do. I'm sure every girl has the same ones, so you can pick and choose, but hey, I just noticed it. Also, we started in both brackets, so as long as Gold Ship doesn't do an incident again, we should be okay. I mean, we'll see what happens. It's Symboli Rudolf, so I think she's Pace Chaser. I forgot to check. But either way, we're hoping we pull out ahead, and yeah, everything's okay. I didn't even remember, as I was yapping here, I didn't even check to see if all of my green skills proc, but if they did, then we'll see what happens. We could just get stuck behind everyone. That could certainly happen. But why would we have our navigationals? Why do navigation skills exist if we can't get out most of the time? Which is, you know, usually what happens. I'll just say that much. But maybe they don't affect us maybe they don't affect the race as much as people think. Although that would be really, really strange. I don't believe that, basically. If you had to ask me one or the other, I would say that navigational skills are still useful. Now, are rare skills useful and the normal rarity skills or white skills not as great? Sure, I could agree with that, but I don't think they're completely useless. At least outside of the career mode, where you're just trying to outstat in the career mode or otherwise. But hey, I'm also trying to watch to make sure I catch the final spurt, because Fusion Jordan has to put timestamps. Oh my goodness, I can't speak right now. But anywho, I think it's around 600 meters that we enter the phase, and as long as Gold Ship pulls forward, we should be okay. But Symboli Rudolf is definitely just striking out ahead, and I'm pretty sure we don't have the speed. Well, let's find out. How many meters do we have left? If we have 400, it's still possible? Yeah, 400? It's a bit of distance to make, but I'm gonna say yes. Unless Symboli Rudolf just holds a bigger lead. Ooh, that looks really close, though. Well, we were catching up. It just was not... We weren't catching up fast enough, so... Which isn't always just a speed problem. It could just be a power problem. And the fact that we didn't break out quickly enough, so... Yeah, Tazuna, help! But this time we'll switch to our second gold ship, which has better stats overall, but I'm pretty sure... Standard distances, and that's mainly just for stamina, and I don't think we need the stamina, but we'll find out. And just really quickly here, we'll check on what style this Symboli Rudolf is. Actually, we can do it here. 2 awful ones in a row. That brings me up to, I think, something I can yap about while we're waiting here. So, yeah, she is a pace chaser. But, oh my goodness, did I not use the thing? Well, this is going to be an awful one in both literally and figuratively. But yeah, I had 4 daily races in which I had awful or bad moods, and I was like, Well, I guess I'll do my best. Really, you shouldn't. Well, actually, if you're experiencing an awful mood, could be bad. But if things work well, I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it is a thing. There's also an epithet, just to stay on the topic of epithets, of you need to win races while in an awful mood. I think specifically it's G1 races, but correct me if I'm wrong. If this were not a stream-like video, Future Jordan or I would make a note, or both, really, to put something on the screen, but I don't remember. So away we go. So as much as I talked about Special Week, experiencing the tragedies of a late-style racer, the same can be true for pace chasers as well. The strength requirement is evident there if you see yourself get stuck, specifically, and I'll mention this because I've seen this both in global and otherwise, as we get held up by someone here. Oh my goodness. Well, there's been a Super Creek that I see Super Creeks that are pace chasers just hold up my Musume, and that's not great. And you'll see it because an Musume in front of your own trainee will slow down, and your trainee will slow down along with them, which looks a bit strange, but it's something I observe. I don't know that's what's exactly happening, but man, that makes me feel bad. So we're a bit closer this time, but I also think it's because Symboli Rudolf is also having trouble passing who was in front of her. But she is going to step forward here, if I see her there. But if we step forward, if we break out as well, that would be nice. We're not, so this is going to be a bit troublesome. Yeah, I would have liked Gold Chip to break out sooner. We can win, though. If I were to flip the coin, I'd say yes, we win this one. But let's see if I guess correctly. I think we also do we also need to pass Symboli Rudolf? Yeah, we do, because we need to change the lanes and pass Symboli Rudolf. Which is possible at the final spurt here. Nope. Yeah, we're directly behind her, and I don't think that works out well. Would have also been great to increase our mood. I think that would have made the difference there, but hey. So I guess this is going to be the full 3 days are going to be all Gold Chip again. But we'll see what happens. Again, days 2 and 3, you just need to win once, really. The extra star piece here or there can be made up in the daily sale shops when they appear. I was going to say something, but I don't remember if it's true or not, so I won't. But as we move on here, let's remember to, so this is the kind of RNG I expect. So 2 awful mood races into a bad, and if we assume the odds of all of those are similar, so 20% for each of the 5 moods, this is what I mean by on average I experience bad luck. Now you can rewind and say, well, Jordan, you scouted once on the Biwa Hayahide banner and got Tokai Teo. So what are you complaining about? And to that I say, okay, then let's break even. I experience my daily races at a negative mood on average, and then each of my legend races is also at a negative mood on average. So how great is it really? Also, yeah, that's right, we only have standard distance. Rather have more stamina than not. I think we started on the 18th bracket, yes, because I see the pulsing circle up here that says 18. So, now as for Symboli Rudolf, we'll see what happens. I could just be unlucky in all 3 races today, but boy, is it a... Power is important. And to note, I don't think I can check it here, but we'll keep the race on screen if nothing else. Again, I'm sticking with vertical races because horizontal races, while you get a wider view and it does look nice as well, I like the vertical view for the character dynamic angles that you can get, which you do not get in horizontal. That being said, I wonder if that means, because I was playing when... I think I was playing when first-person camera came out, but you get the point. I'm going to stick with vertical for now. But the other thing I wanted to say is, yes, as much as I complain about power, you might just say, well, Jordan, just use a power card. I've mentioned this before, but I think, well, now I have a Hishi Amazon at level 25, but that's rare cards. I don't even have an SR card, so I promise you, if a free one were to come out in the shop, I would have taken it, but that's not the case. So, And then you might say, well, Jordan, just look for and borrow a good strength card. One strength card isn't normally enough for me, but I mean, it can be enough for you. If I were to advise someone, just borrowing a single SSR strength card would help out. But as we get into the final spurt here, this one's looking a lot better. As long as we don't somehow get passed up by someone behind us, we should beat Symboli Rudolf at the final spurt here. And hey, as it turns out, having a great mood as opposed to an awful one helps out. Now, if Symboli Rudolf speeds up here and surpasses us back, that would be a thing. You don't often see that, but it would be interesting to see. So let me just at least take my drop kick and give Goldship the trophy. So I get drop kick, Goldship gets a trophy. Actually, don't I get the trophy too as the trainer? Well, either way, we'll take the win. And yeah, this is gonna be, if nothing else on this channel, you'll get more data, but really you're gonna see how many Goldships I get, Goldship trophies I get on the legend races, as opposed to the max amount I can do. Here's on how to Urara, Daiwa Scarlet, and yeah, since I foresee myself parfaiting more in the near future, yeah, we're gonna buy parfaits. But yeah, without further ado, not really much else to say. I can check on as a bonus, we'll check on my Symboli Rudolf star pieces, if nothing else, and that will be where we close the video. Also, I'm doing something different for this, so if the screen looks weird, well, either Future Jordan has to make an adjustment, or I can do my best. But as we look at our Symboli Rudolf right here, and assuming we get more pieces, that's not true. I was gonna say a thing, but yeah, 92 out of 200. That's where I'm at, and that's not enough to, even if I won every single one, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be able to do a star unlock. But yeah, without further ado, not really much else to say. If you want to support me, that's cool. I gotta do some daily team races, and I'll see you when I see you for days 2 and 3, or other videos if I do make them, because boy, I am waiting for the banner to burn all of these 34,000 carats. And burn, when I say burn, I mean use. Don't hurt me, robots. So I'll see you later. Thank you for watching. Bye!